there is a new deal. Argentina, the U.S. Trump is saying, make Argentina great again. He actually said this, no irony. He's allowing the U.S. to essentially give $20 billion to Argentina. Now, you've probably seen a lot of headlines about this. We wrote a story kind of diving into what actually happened here. So now this is interesting. For one thing, if you've been paying attention to anything the Trump officials have been saying for a while, they view Milei in Argentina as not just any leader. They view him as a linchpin to the strategy for the Western Hemisphere. Now, Milei was elected 2 years ago in November 2023. Libertarian. His whole idea was we're going to gut the government of Argentina. They are his saying was that they are responsible for the economic crisis that has plagued that country. You had 100%, 200% inflation, high poverty, just a declining economy in every way. Milei was elected, and when he was elected, he kept saying this, no hay plata. Am I saying that right?
No hay plata.
No hay plata. There's no money. And now there really is no money, and Argentina is coming to the U.S. So in essence, what happened here, Milei for the last 2 years, he's been doing all these things to deregulate the economy, to cut government spending, to cut subsidies, to cut, you name it, in the name of deregulating Argentina's economy, allowing it to grow again after years of stagnation, and mainly bringing down inflation, which he says is the number one enemy, which, again, it's been at over 100% in Argentina for a while. So let's go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to ask, so for people with little context, kind of, why is this causing outrage?
The money?
Yeah.
The U.S. giving Argentina $20 billion? Because why wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For context, $20 billion is 3 times what the U.S. gave Israel last year.
Wow.
It's the same as the U.S. gave Ukraine.
Wow.
So just to put that in context, so $20 billion, this isn't chump change. And the U.S., that's $20 billion directly from the U.S. government. The U.S. is also having private companies, banks, whoever, put up an additional $20 billion. So now the question is, why are they doing this? And what does this look like? So part of Argentina's whole reforms, part of this has been devaluing the Argentine currency, the peso. And the way they've been doing that is within a band where they essentially will sell. The Argentine treasury has all these dollars. They'll buy and sell dollars to essentially keep the peso in a certain level, right? It's all supply and demand. So what happened though, in September, Milei's party was crushed in Buenos Aires elections. Buenos Aires, the capital, by far the largest city in Argentina. Milei's party was crushed and investors panicked. Because they're looking at this and they're like, well, we've been investing in Argentina thinking Milei is going to get his stuff through and they're going to liberalize the economy and grow the economy. And then they see this go on and they're like, oh shit, this actually isn't going to happen, right? We're actually in trouble. So they started selling Argentine assets, which meant the Argentine peso plummeted in value. So Argentina needed to sell its reserves to prop it up. It's dollars, you sell the dollar to prop up the local currency, but it started to run out of money. This is where the U.S. came in, essentially said, here's $20 billion. We're going to get you another $20 billion. And that $40 billion should be enough to convince investors Argentina's assets and currency are safe. Because what they're worried about is the currency is going to go to zero, right? It's going to lose all its value. Everything they have in Argentinian currency will become worthless. So the goal here is the U.S. is trying to prop up Milei. And this weekend, they have elections in Argentina. It's midterm elections. So they wanted Milei to get support before these midterm elections this weekend.
Wow. I must say, I've been totally out of the loop on Argentinian politics, although I did see a concert that Javier Milei performed at recently. Did you see this?
No.
Rob, can you pull it up if you got a chance? This will be a quick clip. So while he's negotiating deals with President Trump and the White House, he's also rocking out on stage, and he's a big heavy metal fan. And so it goes to show there's another side of him. This reminds me when Anthony Blinken, our former Secretary of State, was rocking out. But you never know. Here, pull this up, Rob. Let's get eyes on this.
What was Anthony Blinken rocking out to?
I can't even remember, but he can low-key shred it. All right, here we go. All right, turn on that volume. All right, skip ahead just so we don't get... And then we're... That's pretty good.
It's kind of hilarious that, they're not, booing. Can you imagine if Trump came out to a rock concert here? It's a huge venue.
I thought it was Bad Bunny. My uncle thought it was Bad Bunny. I sent a clip to him.
Your uncle thought that was Bad Bunny?
I'm kidding. I still don't even know if he's heard that news yet. We're all bracing for that. Anyway, so that's all I had to contribute to this.
So before or after taking the stage to do that performance, Milei locked down this deal, $20 billion. The question is, do the Argentinians control us?
I think they do. And I'm clearly bought and paid for it because I was like, why would anyone have an issue with 20 bill? It's just 20 bill. Come on, dude, chill out.
It's also worth noting that there's one other thing here that's interesting. So right now, China's been boycotting U.S. agricultural products. It's a major problem for American farmers, right? Argentina is one of our biggest competitors in agricultural products, beef, soy, all this kind of stuff, right? The day that the U.S. signed this deal, Argentina and Milei took off an export tax, making it easier for Argentinians to export their stuff abroad. That same day, China struck a deal to buy Argentinian grain exports. So American farmers are pissed off about this because we're saying, okay, because of this deal we struck, they're taking off this export tax. Now China's buying Argentinian goods instead of buying American goods. Where is the MAGA in that? And that is the interesting question to me here. I mean, I don't understand how this hasn't gotten more flack from people who are all about, keeping the money in America and this and that. I mean, to me, if you are a hardcore MAGA person, you look at this, it's $20 billion going to Argentina for what? Because, and also keep in mind, Milei is an ardent libertarian, right? He's a libertarian to his core. Well, now he's coming to us for a bailout. I don't think it's whether you're a libertarian, whether you're a MAGA, it seems like there's a lot to be pissed off.
I know why they're not raising hell. Argentina controls the media. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm actually gonna put together a conspiracy between Messi coming to Miami and this actually getting no flag.
Who else is there? Are there any other Argentinians who are?
I don't know. We'll work on the list.
Yeah.
We're gonna get back to you on that list. I mean, they do have beautiful people. They always top those lists of like world's most beautiful people. I feel like they're always up there.
They're beautiful people.
They sound like Trump. They've got beautiful people. Well, Frost, that's super interesting. It's one of those stories that I think, some people, including, myself and some of those who are more ignorant toward world affairs, that at first you're kind of like, what's going on here? But you think about it, like this is significant. And interesting. And I do wonder what the pushback will be long term. And also it's notable that Elon Musk was a huge supporter of Milei's and remains that way. So I just think that's kind of interesting.
I believe Milei was there for Elon's cringiest moment ever, right?
The chainsaw.
The chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's a big proponent of Milei and deregulation. So